Hey YouTube, Native Stacker here again, and I recently did a video with some info for new stackers, and got a few comments on that, and just wanted to make another video. One of the comments was a question about LCSs, and so I'm going to kind of cover that today. In my area, there's 5 LCSs, and I've shopped in all of them. In that last video, that was kind of my message: shop around, find out who's got what prices. So I've tried them all. There are 2 that I did not purchase anything in because their prices were pretty outrageous. And I believe it's because of their location. They had high overhead. I'm sure of it. I'm sure they were paying just, a huge amount of rent to be in those locations. So anyway, I didn't buy anything at either one. Now, out of the other 3, I do frequent 2 of them. The third one, I like it. I like his prices. I like, what he's got going on. It's just that he's a little bit far from me, so I don't get to go see him much. Anyway, so the more. Oh, hang on a minute. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. My phone starts ringing, the very minute. I could go all day and it won't ring, and then as soon as I'm doing something, it starts ringing. So the more LCSs there are around, of course, the more competitive some of them will be. Now, they do talk to each other, whether you know it or not. They do know each other by name. They will talk to each other. They will deal back and forth. So when you find one you like, get to know the people. Ask their names, and even if they're a little bit short with you, or act like they don't have much time for you. They might be that way, a little standoffish at first, because they don't know you. They don't know, that it's kind of a funny business. But get to know them, and once they know you, and it might take a while, but they'll know they'll get used to what you shop for. They'll be, picking up that stuff as it comes in, and my very favorite LCS, one of the fellas actually knows that I love the Native American rounds, not plain buffaloes, but the ones that are different, that you don't see a lot. So he'll put those aside, and so it pays to get to know them. And you'll find that sometimes they'll give you a little higher price when you first start coming in, but as they get to know you, and talk to them about buying in bulk. If you can, not everybody can, but if you can buy in bulk, ask them, about bulk pricing. The shop I go to mainly does do bulk pricing. So do that. Stop in on a regular basis and ask questions. If you have a question about something, just ask it. Don't be afraid. And the other thing I like to check for is, do they have a cull bin or a bargain bin? And for those of you that are new, what I mean by that is, this is my pocket piece. It's a 2006 Silver Eagle. And being a pocket piece, it has some scratches and a little bit of tarnish in it, and from being put in and out of my pocket, it's actually got a lot of shiny spots, and even the fields have become real shiny. I don't keep it in my pocket with other change. It goes in my coin pocket. So it's not really beat up or anything, but it does got scratches and stuff. Anyway, a Silver Eagle or even generic, if it has, scratches or tarnish or anything like that, nicks, it's really considered call. And I've noticed some shops will not, they'll still sell it at full price. Some don't. My favorite one, if they see a Silver Eagle with a scratch on it, it goes right in the call bin, the bargain bin. So that's something to find out if they've got. Speaking of Silver Eagles, I picked up a 2020 here the other day. There it is. Pretty nice. Fresh out of a monster box. Let's see here. Also, if you go back and look at some of my old videos talking about the Native American stuff, I've shown this round before. It's kind of a profile view of a Native American fella, and of course a buffalo on back, a little different than the average buffaloes. So far I've picked up 7 of those in the past. Well, I recently stopped at a coin show and found 3 more. These were made in 2013 only, 1 year only. I still haven't found out who made them, but 1 year only. So I've got 10 of those now. That's nice. Okay, let's talk about taxes. In some states, well, I should say states have different tax laws. In the state I live in, there's no tax on generic bullion, no taxes, because it's considered an investment. However, on Silver Eagles or anything that's done by a government mint is taxable. Now, I don't pay the taxes on these always. If you get them somewhere else, through like someone at a coin show or something, they generally don't pay the taxes. It's a second party, purchase, and so there's, most of the time they're not keeping track of that stuff. Or maybe you get lucky in the place you go. If you tell them cash and you don't need a receipt, maybe they'll just forget about the taxes. Anyhow, so that's, kind of what I wanted to talk to you today about with LCSs. And I hope I covered kind of all the bases. And if you got any questions, of course, hit me in the comments section. I'll be happy to answer any of those for, those of you that are starting out, trying to get, trying to learn things. Also, don't go to pawn shops to sell your silver. If you shop at a pawn shop, pay close attention to the prices. If they seem a little high, talk to the manager and put on your phone, Kitco's spot price, and say, look, this is the spot price, and on average, this is what I would pay in a bullion shop, and see if you can get them for that price. But other than that, they do test their silver. So I mean, at least the ones that I've always dealt with, they will test their silver. I just, there's one that I'll buy from if I can talk them down in price. Otherwise, I walk away. But anyway, so it's best to kind of leave pawn shops alone, especially to sell your silver. They're only going to give you 50% of spot, and it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's an Eagle or if it's generic. It just doesn't matter. They're going to give you 50% of spot, because that's how they make their money. They buy things for 50%. They sell it for a little more than market value. That's their spread. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and I hope this helps you out. Have fun, everyone. See ya.